Good afternoon, friends. Today we will learn Think Before You Speak. God has gifted us 2 ears and one mouth. So, what is the intention behind it? We would never have thought about it. So, today we will see why God has gifted us 2 ears and only one mouth. Let us start. Man was meant to listen more and talk less. God's intention is that you should listen more and talk less. Means we all are human beings. We are listening less and talking more. So that's why man was meant to listen more and talk less. Here author says that we should listen more and talk less. That is why, as the great British statesman Benjamin Disraeli said, nature has endowed man with 2 ears and one mouth. So here the great British statesman Benjamin Disraeli said, nature has endowed means given the property to the man, that 2 ears and only one mouth. Here only God has given us 2 ears and one mouth. If man was meant to talk more and listen less, he would have 2 mouths and only one ear. If the God thought that man should talk more and listen less, in that case he would have given us 2 mouths and only one ear instead of giving 2 mouths. He has given us 2 ears and one mouth. Imagine how we would have looked how strange with 2 mouths on the two sides and one ear at the center. Just imagine if 2 mouths are at the both side where our ears are now, and our mouth at the mouth plus our ear, how we would look like. And mind you, the ears are like funnels, open all the time. There are no doors to open and close. Wherever your mind tells you that, you open the window, you open the door of your ear. That is not possible. God has not given any door to open or close our ears. There is no door with which you can close them. So whereas if you have to speak even one single word, that word must pass through 2 walls, 2 fences. All we know that. As the compounds are there, if anyone want to go out of that compound, he has to pass through that compound to the gate, and afterwards only he will be able to move outside. Here also the same thing happens with our words that we speak. Whenever we are speaking, at that time, whenever we speak even a single word, at that time it must pass through 2 walls, 2 compounds, 2 fences. Here the 2 walls are given. There is firstly the fence of these 2 rows of teeth. In our mouth there are 2 rows of our teeth. Those are called as one fence and another one. The secondly the fence of the 2 lips. There are 2 lips. If the word we utter a single word, at that time it pass through from 2 rows of our teeth first, and afterwards it pass through the 2 lips that God has gifted us. Before a word can be spoken, it has to pierce through these 2 walls. If we speak any word, at that time it has to pass through these 2 walls, 2 fences. So therefore we must think at least twice before we utter a word. If you want to speak something, at that time whenever you speak, your word go through these 2 fences. Means at least twice you think whatever the words you are speaking about. So if you want to utter a word, at that time you think twice at least. A very wise man once remarked that one of the unspoken word you are a master, of the unspoken word, and of the spoken word you are a slave. Whenever you don't speak anything, some words are remaining in our mind. Those are unspoken words, and you are a master of those words. If you speak something, it hurts to someone, at that time you become a slave of those words. So you are a master of unspoken words and you are a slave of spoken words. Once you have spoken a word that you cannot get it back. When you speak something at that time, you cannot get your word back. Do what you will, therefore, you must be very careful about the words that you speak. Whatever you want, it cannot be retrieved. Whenever we send any text message or email, if we click the send button, at that time also we cannot retrieve the same message or email back. Like this only, our uttered words also cannot be able to get back. What are unspoken words? What do you think about it? What are these words that remains unspoken in our mind? They are things you want to say but remain unsaid, as thoughts in your mind. Whatever idea, thoughts, emotions comes in our mind, we try to put them in a word and we speak a word. Whenever there is something going on in our mind, that time we want to speak, and we speak such things. Those are known as our words. Once you have put the thoughts into words, once the words have left your lips, you cannot change them or control them. Whatever the idea, thoughts, emotions are going on in our mind, we put them in words and we speak those words. When they come out from our mouth, they left our lips at that time, we will not be able to get it back. Or we cannot control them, we cannot change them, or we just only give the excuse that slip of tongue. Sometimes it happens to us. A young man went to his spiritual teacher and said, I have spoken very harsh and unkind words to my friend. Once a young man was very depressed, he was very in great pain, and he went to his spiritual teacher, that he went to his Guruji, and he said that I have spoken very harsh and unkind words. Sometimes also the same thing happens to us. We are in depressed mood and we are not able to communicate with each other. We want to share our feelings, thoughts, our problem with others. At that time we go to someone, a person who can give us a good advice. So that's why a young man went to his spiritual teacher and said, I have spoken very harsh and unkind words to my friends. He was in depression and he is deeply hurt. Those words hurt him so much. I am afraid. I have lost my friendship with him. How can I make amends? Amends means, here the meaning of amend is to repair whatever the things are damaged, that we repair them. This is known as amend. So that person has spoken some rude, harsh words to his friend. So he is afraid of that his friend will break friendship with him. So he came to his guru, his spiritual teacher, his guru, and asked the thing, and he discussed his problem with that teacher. Okay, so we will stop here. If you like the video, do like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.